Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined as always by my good friends, Chris, playing the Nord Detective, Human Inquisitive Rogue Mannix.
Hello.
Heather playing the Dark Death Dealer, Half-Drow Assassin Rogue Kaless.
Hello.
Rochelle playing the Deepwater Diva, Triton Bard of Whispers, Gillian.
Hello.
Raymond playing the heedlessly brave Turtle Battle Master Fighter Rogue, George.
Hello.
And Reese playing the metal-laced Mighty Morphin Hill Dwarf Druid of the Moon, Theron.
Hello.
Stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. You can catch up on previous episodes on my YouTube page, as well as read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series, Crafting Annihilation, on Thursday mornings. If you would like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/roguewatson. Shoutouts to my platinum patrons, Andrew, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Nick, and Rodney. And gold patrons, RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy Numa, Marcos David Vicente Gilberto, Sean A.K., Cert2B, Adam, Dead Lizard Lounge, Sam, and Arash. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. Video chat, we use Discord, and for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Hopefully no connection issues this time. I had some earlier this week, but I haven't had any later this week, so worst case scenario, if we suddenly cut out, look for, well, basically what I did last time, which is have to just create a new stream and label it part 2, but fingers crossed that we won't have any issues like that. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation, Gillian's delusion of flight landed her in the middle of the murky pool outside of Kubazan's shrine, where large tentacles signaled the arrival of a gargantuan creature from below. The Froghemoth was seemingly a physical manifestation of the primal god. Grabbing Gillian and Mannix and dragging them into the water, where swarms of sharp-toothed fish eagerly awaited. Theron used his Staff of Thorns to tear apart the fish and rip into the monster before summoning a horde of crocodiles and leaping into the water as an Allosaurus. George used his Cape of the Mountebank to teleport Gillian to safety, while Kaless ended up in the belly of the beast, having lost a wrestling match with its tongue. The creature was large and powerful, but outnumbered, and the party was able to emerge victorious, though both Mannix and Kaless would immediately collapse on the ground in desperate need of a short rest. After the breather, they deposited a food-like key they had found in a nearby statue, opening the door to the small shrine room. A pedestal lay beyond a 30-foot deep pit lined with sharpened stakes, with wooden beams jutting out of the walls. Kaless deftly hopped from one to another around the edge, arriving at the back platform. Orvex warned them too late that Kubazan's inscription mentioned leaving as much as you take. She swiped the emerging puzzle cube, which set off a poison gas trap, slamming the doors shut and trapping her and George inside. The combined efforts of the party managed to pry the doors open, with both trapped occupants easily staving off the effects of the poison. 2 cubes down. The party resumed traveling north and spent an hour searching the ruins of Omu, finding magical plant leaves and some valuable artifacts. Another primal spirit shrine was right on the way, Egen, the Nimble Almirage. There the party correctly deduced a floor puzzle, or simply jumped over it, while stumbling into numerous bladed traps in the following maze, before finally finding the pedestal and the shrine's puzzle cube. 3 shrines completed and 3 cubes acquired. The party continues their journey north toward the amphitheater. Hell of a session last session.
Yeah, we got a lot done.
Yeah. You guys have explored a decent chunk of Omu thus far. No more school for 2 weeks. Congratulations, chat. Yay for a holiday break.
I wish.
Oh, the days.
That's right. Wait, Chris just said he's got no work for 2 weeks, so he's in the same boat.
He's got.
I have chosen the wrong career.
Me too.
Go back to school. We're all going back to school. All right, so you all... you all have completed your 3rd shrine, and you've already searched this area, so you can all take it from here.
March down that road.
Down the path.
Right? We're still going to the amphitheater. That's still the plan, right?
When are they getting to the fireworks factory?
Ants go marching one by one.
Until we get to another place we can look through, I suppose.
Theron, how long does your wild shape last these days?
I think it's 3 hours off the top of my head.
Okay. I'm pretty sure crocodiles are not still around. That was an hour, right?
That is an hour.
Okay. Because it takes 30 minutes to search, so we'll say whenever you guys came out of the shrine is about probably the same time those crocodiles dissipated. But you've probably got about, I don't know, 45 minutes left on the wild shape or something. So you are still you're still in Allosaurus form, tromping along. You guys go another couple minutes to the north, and you find that you are in another area that you could search to try and find some good stuff.
Good stuff. Bad
You
stuff.
wanted to search. This is the D100 roll.
I believe Celeste and I have both done one.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go this time?
I think Theron did one.
Also.
Yeah.
You did one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys have done 3 total.
I'll roll.
Do it.
60.
Okay.
That can't be bad, right?
Yeah, that seems like a pretty high number.
It's a decently high number. Give me a 1d6, please.
One. Is that good?
Generally speaking, no.
While you guys are searching a building, you and I'm just gonna, for the sake of easiness, you guys are generally in a group together. You stumble into a rather large building, and you don't hear anything at first, and then as you kind of walk in and start glancing around, you hear an angry buzzing sound, and you look up and see a very large wasp nest with particularly large wasps above you.
That
60 was a
sounds
bad number.
great.
It's a wasp number.
The number of the wasp.
Yay.
Straight up wasp.
Yeah, give me some initiative, please. I need to.
Wait, weren't these the things that almost killed you that one time?
They straight up one
You'll
shot
have to be
me
more
on one
specific
shot.
than that. So
Yeah.
many things have straight up killed him.
Yeah.
Let's see, because you were an Allosaurus. I need to copy your thing from something else, because that does not. Let's see, where were you last?
My sister. Come,
There you are.
come here, sister.
And for the sake of expediency, Artist and Dragonbait were searching a different building. And Orvex, all your people are like, and Dragonbait, we forgot about this, but Dragonbait still has that grung, like, in captured form, and you're kind of having him also
right.
keep track of Orvex, so they're kind of like hanging back from stuff anyway.
Carting our prisoners.
Mm-hmm. Let me re-roll your initiative, because I had to hide your other icon. We're a 5. And the wasps. Gillian. Got a nest of angry wasps.
Okay. Okay, I'll come up here. So, question: with my one eye, if
I
I'm firing my crossbow at this distance, really not ranged, so it's normally not a disadvantage for me. Would it be a disadvantage because of my lost eye?
Okay, I see what you're saying. If you fire in melee, then
It's really melee.
right. I would allow that. That's fine, because the argument was its depth perception.
Yeah, you don't get this perception to point blank shoot somebody.
Right.
Right.
And normally you would have
Yeah.
disadvantage from melee, but I believe your feat specifically.
My crossbow expert feat. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because you're a
basically just-
crossbow expert, you feel like you can get up right next to somebody with one eye. That
I know how to shoot this
you were
with one eye.
trained for these kind of extreme circumstances.
Okay, so then I'll attack the northern one then.
Oh, I forgot to number them. The northern one.
Northernmost wasp.
This was something I haven't had to do in a while, which is actually script a bunch of random encounters together. So
Yeah.
I forgot the numbers.
16.
We'll certainly hit a wasp.
That's a 5. And then I will also attack the same one with my rapier.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
14 total. Nice. Yeah, you shoot a bolt into its thorax and swipe it in the same spot, and it careens backwards a bit and buzzes. The buzzing is terrible. It's still alive, but looks really messed up. Class.
Okay. I'll just step right up here. And then I'll go for number 3. And my assassinate will go off because they haven't taken a turn in combat yet.
This one doesn't have any dynamic lighting on.
Advantage on attack. Alright.
Okay. Now it's got dynamic lighting.
How about 20?
28 will work indeed.
For 27 points of damage.
Alright, which one are you attacking?
Number 3.
Number 3. With a very careful rapier strike, you pierce it right in the head. Crashes down.
And then the other guy, number 2. 23. That's only 1, but you know.
Poke.
One
Yeah,
damage.
it's not as impressive, but still poked it.
Mr. Mannix.
Next, will 5, 10, 15. He'll step to the side of this one. He will pull out his rapier and green flame blade the wasp with a crit.
Uh-oh.
Look at that.
That's a lot of numbers.
Whatever that. Add that up. I don't. Feel
I don't
like-
have to. That's gonna kill a wasp, I think. Green flame
Now-
blade.
37.
Wow. Mannix remembers the wasp sting. Just a cold fury envelops his body.
That's right. And not the sneak attack, but 9 more flame will leap down to this one. I can't see his number.
2.
Number 2, yeah.
And he'll just back up a bit where the wasps can't see him.
Back off. All right. The wasps. Number 2 will attempt to sting at Gillian. Eleven's not a very good roll.
It is not. And for me, it is.
Yeah.
4 will buzz up and attempt to sting Kaless. 21's a better roll.
Mm-hmm.
You do get to make a con saving throw to take half of the poison damage.
Okay.
Pretty easy save.
And then I'm also going to uncanny dodge.
Okay, so with the save, it would be 13.
Okay.
You can dodge half that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right, George.
15. He's gonna go for number 2.
Boy, you guys really hate these wasps. You stumbled into their home and are just brutalizing
That's
them.
right.
That wasp is demolished with one swipe of your blade.
Number 4. Let's go here.
Teen will hit 4-9. This was a particularly small youth wasp. And you managed to stick your second sword swipe up into its head and destroy it. The place grows quiet, and this building is now wasp-free. It appears to be the only thing of note
We must gather the wasp's treasure.
in this area.
Show us the wasp treasure pile.
You get lots of little, what do they make, like mud and shit? Like
Yeah, like
larva. There's some larva. Would you like some larva?
We'll kill those larvae.
Kill-
Larvae become wasps.
That's right.
While you were making this ruckus. Sorry,
The wasps were making the ruckus. We were responding.
you were murdering people in their home. There we go. Searched.
They attacked us first.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that's fair. While making this ruckus, you all turn back to kind of leave this area, and a wooden staff comes flying out from around a corner, stopping just inches from, let's say, Mannix's face. As he's probably usually out in front. He's looking at stuff. From out of the shadows steps a wrinkled, elderly turtle. He hobbles a bit, and you see that in place of one leg, he has a crude contraption with, like, metal gears. He wears impossibly thick eyeglasses, but his brow shoots up when he gets a good look at George. He says, My, a turtle warrior made it all the way to the Forbidden City. George, you instantly recognize a great hero and warrior from your people, one of the original ninja turtles by the name of Giotto.
Giotto?
Mm-hmm. And he lowers his staff a bit when he sees you.
Have I met him personally? Or I just
No, this is like this would be like a celebrity. Like, you know of this person. Yeah. This was
He's got trading cards.
one of your inspirations for doing what you do is this original group of Ninja Turtle warriors.
George drops his weapon, his eyes get as big as they possibly can, with slight bulge. He's like, it's Giotto. Guys, it's Giotto. He looks at them, he shakes Mannix, he says, it's Giotto.
I love Giotto.
Gesundheit.
Oh
Giotto.
my gosh. And then George just rushes over, and then he does the whole like kneeling, bowing thing, you know, for respect.
Yeah,
Great Giotto. How you have inspired me, and I've only dreamed to meet you in real life. And this day has come true.
I have not seen the side of George before.
Yeah.
I understand my swords don't reflect your weapon choice, but you're still my most favorite ninja turtle.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could figure out a strong staff, that would have been my weapon, of course. But you know, what brings you this way? Can you sign this? Can you sign my shell, please?
I signed my shell. Says, yes, come on. And he gestures you all, and you kind of pass through a few, around a few alleyways and down some stairs and into like a kind of untouched portion of a building. And it looks like he's kind of eked out a little hidey hole in here, a relatively what looks like a little safe area, and he's got some like food and kind of a pot simmering with some food in there. He's got some like notes on the walls. He's drawn a little map of the city, which seems to pretty much reflect the map, the mural you guys found at the beginning.
Do you live here? Can you sign my shell?
Yes, my boy. As I do now. You know, this one has heard of me, and he points to George. That brings a smile to this old turtle's face. I remember the good old days, saving folks and righting wrongs around Schult. I once built a machine, you know, an honorary 5th member of our party. The valiant, observant, reactionary nurse. Oh, those were the days. Alas, time is the one thing we couldn't beat. A turtle warrior does not lie in bed waiting for death to come, no. They must seek death in glorious battle. So we all parted ways. I found myself here in this cursed place. There's the snake folk everywhere. I kill them when I can, but I care not for honorable battle. Oh, the true battle, the one I'm after, lies with the king of this place.
I would love to hear the story, but before you die, can you sign my shell? Right here. You can use your claw.
Who do I sign it for?
What do you mean, me?
I don't know your name, son.
It's George. I'm honored that you would ask
Sign
my
it to
name.
your friend so I can sell it on eBay.
To my best friend. Just underline.
Underline.
Yes. Sign your name.
Yep. He gets some like nice ink, and you could tell he's got some nice kind of calligraphy on the walls, written in Aquan with like a turtle dialect, which is something you don't, which is only turtles tend to write with this specific style. He signs his name on your shells in big, gaudy letters.
George's manic. Get away from me! Don't smudge this ink. Oh, dry.
I don't know. It wasn't even close.
Okay. Butterfinger hands.
Butterfinger.
All right. Tell us about this king now. King of the jungle.
It's called the King of Feathers. Because he's got feathers.
He's not king.
That's right. You got some smart friends there, George. Not turtles, but that's all right. We love everyone.
I understand. Yes. Oh, except for that one.
And the grung.
Yeah, when he Artist and Dragonmaid, those guys aren't with you at the moment, so they're in the back, but yeah, he's like, Grung. We don't like Grung. Says it's not a normal beast. I'm not sure if it was originally one of Ubtau's children. And George, you would know that the phrase Ubtau's children is what the locals call dinosaurs. I'm not sure if it was one of Ubtau's children, or perhaps once a man of Omu. The amphitheater. Maybe a source of entertainment once upon a time. Has been used for arcane rituals and sacrifices. With the coming of these trickster gods, these primal spirits, for whom the Omuans built their shrines. And the amphitheater, it's saturated in magical energy. That beast has some kind of magic abilities. That whole place is brimming with power, and it never strays too far.
Did you write this note when I finished making these weapons? This note popped up.
Which one? Which note?
Maybe it didn't. The one that just said, a monstrous beast, the king of feathers, proud of the lost city. Remember, like, when my weapons finished? And
The scroll. Your scroll. Yeah. He looks at that and his eyes go wide and he says, "Oh, you're an official apprentice. We had those scrolls printed, what we initially thought was a fan club, but then we realized that there would be another generation of turtle warriors that would need proper training. The best training is..."
Turtles?
No, what?
This was made by the Ninja Turtles?
That's right, boy.
The best, close to my heart forever.
The best kind of training is on-the-job training. So these scrolls tell you of the dangerous creatures that need to be hunted, and the tools forged so that we can make truly great warriors.
Look, and George pulls out his weapons.
His eyes go wide and says, "Oh, yes, I see the skills here, and the magic have served you very well. May I see the scroll?"
Of course, but give it back to me, please.
You can't have it.
He looks at it and his eyes shoot up and he says, "The King of Feathers. It is this that drew you here, then?"
Yes.
Well, you've got your work cut out for you, boy.
Not with your help, it'll be a piece of cake. I mean, you are the legendary Ninja Turtle.
He smiles, but his eyes look sad. "Yes, I suppose. As I said, time is very cruel. My skills are not what they once were. I tried going after it by myself," and he gestures down to that weird contraption he's got on where his missing leg is. "I lost a leg in the battle. Barely crawled away. I didn't feel like it was my time just yet, and now I realize it was because I hadn't met you yet."
Yes. But we know people that can fix your leg.
Do you?
You just pay them a lot of money and they can make anything regenerate.
"Yes, I suppose, but I can't reverse this." He kind of gestures to himself. "I think this is where I will fight my last fight. But it might be an honor to go out fighting with a fellow turtle warrior."
Yes. That'll
I
make
get
the
it. This
signature
guy's like
worth
fishing
millions. What? Sorry, what?
Oh no, you don't look that old. No, your life is fine.
You don't look a day over how old our turtle's supposed to be again?
160, dude!
Could you sign a few more pieces of paper for me, please?
Now look, I really have to start charging for this. My manager's going to get very angry with me.
Sure. How much?
He just sighs.
It'll be worth a lot more when you're dead.
Jesus.
As you guys are talking, you hear a giant roar just pierce across this entire ruined city, and it is very much a T-Rex Jurassic Park. And it shakes all the stuff inside of his building, and a lot of his little knickknacks and artifacts start like shaking around and jingling. And he kind of reaches out to the walls and just kind of steadies everything for a second.
I tell the rest of the group that wasn't me.
Oh, you're back to dwarf form. Oh, okay.
No, I'm still an Allosaurus.
Oh, so you just roar at us in a different cadence?
He's probably had to wait outside, but yeah, he's hanging out. His head's through the door or the window.
I
Just
put my head in.
Yeah.
Dinosaur style.
Kill it.
What is the nature of this King of Feathers exactly? Was that roar we just heard in any way related?
That would be the king himself. It sounds like.
Oh, so he is a dinosaur then.
I just told you, no
Yeah,
ordinary beast.
I was listening.
But yes, he looks and sounds like one of Oobtow's children. But far greater than that.
A magic dinosaur. Fan-fucking-tastic.
I glare at him.
What can you tell us about the weaknesses? No, wait, don't tell me. I just want to find out when I fight him.
Weaknesses
Hold on, I want to know.
is don't let it fucking eat you, boy.
I've been eaten by a T-Rex before.
He
That's
points at his leg. Yeah, you actually have.
You've been eaten by a number of things.
Mhm. It's
How
my
many bellies
reason
you
for
been-
being here.
How many bellies have you been in?
2 so far.
My advice is to pull your legs into your shell. I don't know what the others are going to do.
Oh, God. Manicur's doing leg lifts, seeing how far he can get his legs.
Just doing
Not
really
very.
awkward yoga poses. Take 2d10 bludgeoning damage as you injure yourself.
Just kick myself in the chest.
You kick yourself in the nuts.
How did I do that?
Terribly wrong. Yeah, he says he's got his hideout here because he still tries to track it and finds that it's the king does occasionally roam around, but never seems to go very far. And seems capable of moving around a lot quicker than what he thought a normal dinosaur would be able to do.
What are the odds we're going to be able to sneak up on this thing?
For me or for the rest of you?
I mean, yeah, you're probably our best bet, but
Yeah, the turtle glances at the fact that one of you is a giant dinosaur and says, sneaky group, are you?
we'll have the dinosaur go in as one of his fellow dinosaurs.
Hey guys, just
Hi,
here to do dinosaur stuff.
What's up, dinosaur bros?
I brought a 6-pack.
Pizza will be here in 10.
That's right.
Is it all right if we sleep here before we take the battle on tomorrow?
He kind of looks outside and notices it's getting to be evening time. And he says, "It's gonna be a bit crowded. I don't know about your pet dinosaur back there. I don't think he'll be able to
He's
fit
not
in."
always a dinosaur. Don't worry about it.
He'll be back to normal soon.
Just don't hit him while he's a dinosaur.
That's true. But yeah, and it seems like he's got a nice little kind of out of the way place here. He also seems to have a number of like traps and like security systems set up to where you feel like he's definitely camped out here in a while in a normally hostile environment where he's got like multiple, like very just none of it's magical, just very conventional like tripwires and like cans that make noises and like all that kind of stuff in various places so that he can hear danger coming, and a bunch of like hidey spots and stuff.
I find the darkest hidey spot to rest in.
But yeah, if you guys wanted to long rest here, you could. You figure this is a very safe place.
God.
It's evening time, and you guys technically got a long rest in the morning. But if we wanted to, we could go ahead and get the long rest now, and you guys would start your adventuring day like
Reset our schedule.
kind of. Yeah, I mean, you'd probably end up have to sleep till like late morning, like 10 or 11 a.m. or something, in order to get the benefits of the long rest. But if you guys just wanted to stay here
for Chris, that's normal.
Yeah, that sounds like
a little 14-hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
You guys have
those
been
of
through a
us
bit.
without children, that's very normal.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, and then the funny thing is, sleeping here, it is safe, but it's also like sleeping next to like train tracks, except the train is a dinosaur, and you just every once in a while you just wake up to this roaring sound, or you look over at a glass of water and just like it's very unsettling. You still get the benefits of a long rest, but you know what? That's probably why it takes you 14 hours to get like an 8-hour long rest, because you're constantly being woken up, and you feel like this creature is like all around this area. So yeah, you guys can
sweet long rest.
Yeah, you guys get the benefit of a long rest.
All right.
Which you'll have to custom do, I guess.
Right.
That's right.
Take out-
Because they haven't fixed the button.
Yeah, we should take off that button if it doesn't work anymore. But I think I can do it myself. I think we get half of our hit die back on all.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that sounds correct.
Is it rounded up or rounded down?
That's a good question.
Good question.
Did Roll20 just update again? Because it looks different. I don't like it.
It's the spells, right? Did that look different?
Yeah,
Okay.
it does. And it's like I have to scroll like way down.
You
To
click
Yeah,
the eye
I did notice that.
on
Yeah.
spells,
do
it'll
what?
Click the eye. Pops up when you hover over the spell. It'll condense it again.
Yeah, they
Okay.
added that little eye marker to sort of make it
Yeah.
pop out. But they automatically popped everything out.
Yeah, I don't.
It's the
It's
default position.
very
Yeah.
annoying.
It's just, you get dice equal to half your character level.
Yeah, I just looked up the rules. It didn't even say round up or down, but I think the general rule is you round down with everything, right? That's like
Yeah,
the
but
rule
I
of.
for 6. So
You guys are level 7.
Yeah, we're 7.
Is that what you're asking?
So we would get 3 dot back. Is that then? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So it's been, what do we say, 14 hours? I'm trying to keep track of Gillian's delusion.
All
It's
right.
been
Only like a day.
It's been like 20 hours, something like that. It can't have been much longer than that.
Yeah, exactly. So I think you're about, we'll say 50 hours remaining.
How do you feel, Gillian? Still think you can fly?
I believe
Feel
I
great.
can fly.
How would you feel if you could fly?
She believes she can
I'd feel
touch the sky.
crazy. I'm gonna get my.
You just got to secretly like tie
meditation.
weights around her.
I'm gonna think real hard about the day's events and see if I can portent. What
Oh,
might
yeah.
happen. Ooh, those are some good ones.
Nice. Really low and really high. Just how he likes it.
That's right.
After a nice long rest, you all get to eat some very questionable stew that the elderly turtle has prepared for all of you. It's got various.
Delicious, guys.
George, it tastes great for you.
Turtle cuisine can't be that much different than human cuisine, right?
Probably not. It's probably mostly vegetables.
Usually probably all raw fish.
Raw fish, great. We're all gonna get sick later. All except George.
We'll all be
Well-
hungry again 2 hours later.
I mean, would Gillian be a cannibal for eating?
Well, I imagine her people still eat fish in the water.
And we probably don't cook it. We're probably quite accustomed to eating raw fish.
That's probably
Mhm.
true.
I'm not sure where we would cook
Pretty
it.
hard to cook in the water.
We're gonna boil this section of water.
Well, there's like thermal vents out there somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
I eat monkey all the time, so
It's good eating.
hmm
Monkey brains.
Well, Jojo, thank you for housing us and putting up with a lot of us, including this grung we're gonna kill later.
the
Yes.
crunk still doesn't speak common, right?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
He says he's a prince.
The Grung are all filthy liars.
Why we're gonna kill him later? We're gonna use him to lead us to the grung base. Isn't there one to the northeast of here?
Grung base. I'm not sure, but I haven't gone near the palace. It's crawling with the snake folk.
George points to it on the map. Right here.
Yeah.
Well, once we kill the dinosaur, you can join us for this battle.
We'll see.
Before we leave,
Uh-huh.
Mannix is going to approach Theron.
Oh.
And say, Theron, I've been thinking about it all night. I've been. Hold on, no.
Go
When
on.
I think about you,
I don't want to know.
I couldn't stop thinking about shit.
You know what? This is a perfect time to get your feelings out, Mr. Banks. You're heading into a really tough battle.
No, I've been thinking about Gillian's eye.
All right.
That's
I don't
weird.
know about your eye dreaming.
I'm trying to help you people. He produces, like, he's been sketching all night. He produces schematics for what he thinks. Stop.
It's like an eye in a nightgown,
There's no
an eye
way.
in a formal dress.
I've drawn instead of all night drawing pictures of kids. This is a completely straight face the whole time.
Why is everyone laughing?
Here she is in a sailor outfit.
No, for real. You guys, take me
Sure.
seriously. Yeah.
What is it? Spit it out.
Yeah. I think I've come up with a way. You're proficient with the medicine skills, right? You know how to do.
Look, I need drugs, man. Can you just give me some drugs?
I think I found a way for you to fix
but it'll
Gillian's
cost
eye.
you.
I'm offering to give you my 19 on a healing check to fix Gillian's eye, you fucker.
500 for an ounce of monkey juice.
Monkey juice. I'm out of monkey juice. No, yeah, I'm flavoring it as Mannix has been thinking about doing surgery on Gillian's eye all night, but
Good lord, man.
but yeah, Theron with his medicine proficiency could do a medicine check with a healing kit. If I'm remembering the house rules correctly.
Yeah, I was looking at that right now. So, any lingering injuries can be healed via greater restoration, healing spell, or service. If proficient in the medicine skill, you can attempt a DC 20 medicine check. Requires a healer's kit and expends one use regardless of success once per day to heal a PC's lasting injury. So obviously, if you could apply your whatever your medicine modifier is to that.
Right, which you did. Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah.
I've never done eye surgery before, but sounds good to me.
These
Let's do
schematics
it.
are foolproof, man. Anybody can do it. My pictures are great.
Why are you coming to me?
My drawings.
My drawings of Gillian's eye.
Has anyone asked Gillian if
Yeah, give me a sec.
like
Lay down on this table.
Do I need to sign some consent forms or something?
Hey, you didn't notice Maddox was staring at your eye, drawing you. So
He was watching you sleep, pretty much.
Hey, Mannix still has that dancing monkey fruit, so this might be a good time.
yeah.
Mhm.
Some antiseptic or not antiseptic? What's it called?
Anesthesia. I mean, antiseptic, just to
Also,
I mean,
make sure everything stays clean.
well, I'm pro. I would like
Yeah?
to try this. Yeah,
you look over my schematics and you.
I
my
approve.
surgery room? Okay.
I approve. I'll check off on that.
Sign here,
This
here,
looks
here,
like
initial
it.
here.
It does have a chance of working. I'm quite impressed.
The
All right, get in there.
Turtle lays out
Right.
a few basic, dirty, grimy, rusty tools for you to use if you
I,
want.
Oh, dear.
I take one of the tools and spit on it, then rub it against my.
Oh, good lord.
Sanitized.
Gillian instantly dies of sepsis.
But yeah,
All right, well,
I
presume
assume
he does
that,
it. He rolls a 19.
yeah, he rolls a 19. That's fine. Plus your medicine modifier. That
I've done
does.
surgery on squirrels before. It ain't much different.
See, that's right. How much different can they be?
Uh-oh.
this part's not in squirrels.
I got some parts left over, but it's all right. You'll be fine.
But they're not normal squirrel parts, so I think you should be all right without them.
Did you guys ever ask Gillen before you put her to sleep which eye you're operating on?
Just we'll replace both of them just to be safe.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Gillian, you are cured of your damaged eye lingering
Yay.
injury. It does cost you all one healer's kit.
Thank you.
I did have a healer's kit, right? I'm positive I did.
Somebody does.
You did. You did.
Mhm.
The elderly turtle says, I don't believe I've ever seen that before.
You gonna try it on your leg?
You stay away from me.
All right, so we're gonna go fight another T-Rex thing.
Right. Yep. Let's
All
go.
I would
right.
like to not end up in its stomach this time.
We promise nothing.
You guys head north along the main road, and from around the
Bye,
time of the
Jojo.
eye surgery, including all the time that you've been walking, you have not heard a peep from any kind of roars or anything.
I'm definitely, as we're walking or after the surgery is over, ritualizing my detect magic on.
Which is 30 feet? Is that what you said?
30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet.
As you get within, well, I'm going to read the description. A ruined amphitheater looms over the surrounding buildings. Vines cling to its crumbling steps. An eerie silence hangs over the area as you approach. No birds cry, no insects chirp. Mannix, you can feel your detect magic goes haywire. Like absolutely bonkers. Like it is alarm bells ringing. It is, and you can't even get a bead on what exactly is going on or where it's coming from or anything. All you know is that like magic, capital yes. There's like magic all over this place, but it's not even. It's just this whole area is like all one big, just incredible font of magic, of magical energy.
I have holding like this reading device that just has a lever hitting the
Yes,
magic.
yes. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Cracking
Ding,
the
ding,
glass.
ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Things are beeping. They're beeping very rapidly right now. Geiger counters
I
going
didn't know any
nuts.
better.
Is it just various schools of magic going on also?
You cannot get a reading at all. It's literally it is just
Okay.
going crazy. It's like it's detecting them all at once, and then none of them. It's just bouncing back and forth.
Max looks at it, goes, magic. Yes.
Yes. Yes. That's
Magic, guys.
all.
I declare it.
Beyond the stage, so you're approaching the there's a stadium. You're on the floor level. There's a half semicircle stadium in front of you, and you're approaching kind of from behind the stage, which the stage rises about 10 feet up, so you're kind of right at the stairs. And you can see beyond the stage in the floor area, kind of the bottom area before the steps start going up, is a trio of clawed dinosaurs kind of digging through a dead animal carcass up ahead.
Oh, is he feeding other dinosaurs?
He is the king of feathers, so it would be very magnanimous of him.
Around this area, you see large mountains of dung. Just flies, stink lines coming off, just huge piles. And interspersed throughout this area, large orange and yellow feathers just lying around.
How large? Like ostrich large or larger than that?
Probably a bit larger than that.
But larger than these dinosaurs feeding here.
Yes, it does not look like those feathers belong to those size dinosaurs.
But no sign of a king.
You don't see anything around. So you see archways that lead inside to the theater, and then, as I mentioned, this stage rises to about 10 feet up. Prominent kind of stage area, and then there are arches on the side that look like they go inside of the stage into like a little underground area.
How you guys want to handle this? We might be able to take out those 3 dinosaurs in there before King Dino shows up.
Possibly. I mean, there's plenty of us.
He looks around. Yeah, there are a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Oh, did the old turtle come with us?
He
Is that
did.
him up there?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the old turtle. Giotto. Yeah, Dragonbait still has like the grung chained up to him, which I'll just admit we all completely forgot about that for the last session.
he was chained up.
He's chained up somewhere, but yeah, he's actively chained up, and he's also kept Orbix pretty close as per y'all's instructions.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Johto? Where is he?
Turtle looks around nervously. Says, "I fear we are being hunted."
Wait, what?
Do you know if they eat grung?
We're not sending the grung in there.
No, just use them as bait, you know?
No. Send the old man. Not yours, but the other one.
Calessa's an NPC that she hates more, damn it.
I'm going to cast on myself Speak with Animals.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm not an Allosaurus anymore.
Yeah, you did long rest.
And then I'm going to wild shape into a Deinonychus.
Ah.
We are doing the hello fellow dinosaur. I know it.
Hello, fellow dinos. Amazing.
What is that?
Theron.
Jeez. Uh-huh.
You feel, as you cast a spell, you feel the magical energies from this place building a bit. And you think you almost hear a like swelling of a cheering crowd for a moment, but then nothing.
Good spell.
Just before I. Is that right when I cast the spell?
Right when you cast the spell, yeah. You feel like when you cast the spell, you feel like spell. You're not quite in a vortex, and Manix could probably detect that whole detect magic thing is happening, obviously, like in the stage and the whole stadium area. So you guys are still kind of right out of the outside of this area, but you feel like that magic is like pulling you towards this area when you cast the spell. You feel like when you cast it, like it almost doesn't even work out well. It does in the end, but it feels weird to you. Like it doesn't feel right when you cast it.
Uh-oh.
It's like something like you normally eat just didn't taste correct.
Anyone else sense that?
Did I see anything when that happened? When detect magic?
You, I would say that you probably, hello, Eric, welcome to the channel. You probably do see like a spike of whatever you're detecting happens. Like if it's what do they call the earthquake one or the like a lie detector? Yeah, you see that suddenly going like rapidly, like whenever he casts the spell, and feels like whatever is happening with this place, it seems to react rather aggressively or violently towards the casting of a spell.
We need to be careful. This place is on the precipice. And it feels like magic could tip it over.
Tip it over into what?
I have no idea. Let's find out.
I'm game.
All right.
Oh wait, are you gonna go talk to them?
I was planning to, yeah. Alright. So I'll jauntily jaunt up to them. My biggest,
your best dinosaur.
swinging my arms back and forth, legs out. My best dinosaur impression.
Just put a little hat on you.
Yeah, twirling my cane.
Have you ever seen that Rock Steve Buscemi walking out? Hello, fellow teens. He's
Yeah.
got like a skateboard.
Hello, fellow kids. Yep.
Yes.
Trying to be cool.
My mom says I'm cool.
Do you say anything or just kind of walk up to him?
I think I'll say hello, fellow dinosaurs.
They kind of look up. One of them cocks its head at you and just kind of like does that barking sound. And they're you can understand they're limited by their intelligence. And from what you understand, they say, "Where's the king's tribute?"
Uh-oh. Do we care about that growing?
I mean, he is a prince that offers us lots of treasure if we take him back home.
Yeah.
You could take the old man.
Tell them we have, not the grung, but in general, plenty of food. There's plenty of food back there.
It's like, oh shit.
It's difficult.
I'm a dinosaur now, guys. Sorry.
We just see Dinosaur Theron just like wildly pointing in our direction and barking at the other dinosaur. Like, wait, what is he saying over there?
I put up my my claws like, 1 second, and I run over, and run back over. Then I start motioning for food.
I need to confer with the food.
I open my mouth and point into it.
I start pushing Orvix towards you.
That we can pretty much like figure out what Theron's trying to communicate to us.
I start whipping my tail back and forth and in circles.
It's a signal. I know the signal.
This just makes complicated gestures.
I do some somersaults. Food. Give me the stupid food.
I'm dragging Orvix over to you.
Not the-
No, I'm gonna.
So quick to sacrifice.
We don't have like. Oh, I know. I'm gonna conjure a silent image in your mouth, Theron.
It's a what?
Of I don't know, a giant ostrich, some large bird that you've got in your mouth.
Okay.
And you could present that as your tribute.
And
Why don't
an
you
ostrich
conjure
is
a dead
probably
Mannix?
the size of a Deinonychus.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever you can fit in your mouth.
Conjure a dead Mannix.
A dead Mannix? Sure. Okay, my body in his mouth.
It's a bit
It's not
macabre.
disturbing for me at all.
Yeah, silent image move.
That's a good question, actually. I can.
Why would it move? It's dead.
I guess if you attach it to like a rock or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but would it still move? Or is it locked in it? Is that the one you can animate?
I can move it. Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I'll go and roll. I can use the action to move to any spot within range as the image changes location. Like appearance, so its movement appears natural for the image, like if it's moving or something.
I mean, they're
Even-
going to check it out as soon as possible, though, right?
Wow, that's actually a good point. It could probably smell, I don't know, things.
Smell things.
Maybe drop it away from them and then walk back up. Walking action. Yeah, it doesn't have. There's no smells.
All right, I'm just going to take the nearest pack I can find that smells like a grab it and go back over to the dinosaurs.
Okay. Well,
Whose pack is that
Yeah, whose pack? Whose pack is the smelliest?
Mannix's. All right, let's go.
Well, then I will cast a silent image over the pack, so it looks like.
All right, fine.
As you cast the silent image, you again feel that magical energy build up. But I believe silent image actually takes concentration, so I think you lose detect magic when you cast silent image.
It's a good question. Does it take concentration? Sure does. Yeah, it does.
But
Yeah, okay.
as your detect magic goes down, you feel that energy building up stronger, and you feel like it's like the spells you are casting seem to be feeding into this place to where the zone that is affecting it seems to be actually expanding outward.
Okay. Maybe keep the magic to a minimum from now on.
All right, I dropped the pack in front of them.
Okay. What do you want to do before one of them's going to run over there and start rooting through it? Would you put the silent image? This is a real pack, though, right? It's a real pack of food.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I took Mannix's pack because no one was.
Okay.
Everyone's taking too long.
All right. Yep. One of them saunters over and starts rooting through the pack and starts pulling things out, and you see all of Mannix's personal belongings just start getting thrown out of here by a dinosaur. Just
There.
My journals.
journals, Altoids, just bottle of water.
Drawings of Gillian's eye.
Drawings of Gillian's eyes. Pages and pages.
Too many drawings.
Too many drawings.
Is this sufficient, fellow dinosaurs?
One of them just says like, it's okay.
How long it took me to take this? Steal this? It took 3 weeks. I hunted the humans. All I could get was their pack because I'm a trouble hunter. So there.
Humans.
You got me to admit that. Thanks a lot.
You guys are real
You were
jerks.
messy.
One of them says, humans. And the other one starts kind of like sniffing the ground and kind of starts looking around.
Yeah, humans, they were here a long time ago. And I drugged this for miles to offer to King Featherbottom.
Please tell me his name is now Featherbottom.
What do the rest of you want to be doing while you're seeing all this transpiring?
Oh, I'm a hiding.
Yeah, probably just trying to stay out of sight.
Okay.
Cowards.
The stage does block line of sight currently, although these side paths are just kind of a straight shot down here.
Yeah, I'm hiding wherever there are shadows or darkness or something. Where I can still see what's going on, but not being out in the open.
Okay.
Behind a pillar, just pressed up against the behind of a.
Yeah, so you guys are walking. So just a reminder, this stage is about 10 feet up, but if you stick behind the pillars, you could probably try to get some cover. In fact, all of you that want to get into position, why don't you roll me some stealth checks?
Stealth checks.
Stealth checks. This group will kind of stay back here because they've got a bunch of the prisoners.
Oh no.
Mr. Mannix.
Wait,
Everyone was doing so well.
Yeah, as you guys are stealthing your way. Oops, what am I doing? Stealthing your way up here, and the poor elderly turtle, I'm going to give him disadvantage because he's got a gear shift leg.
oh,
Which makes
Worse than
a
Mannix.
which as he kind of comes up near George, he suddenly makes a at the same time Mannix seems to like kick a rock down the stairs, goes tink 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 tink, and you Theron, you see all three of the dinosaurs snap their heads up very raptor like. And
Oh, that was probably the wind. Don't worry about it. Look, I have really bad gas, okay? Again, thank you for bringing that up, you bunch of jerks.
victim complex. Deinonychus. You see one of them kind of looks at you funny, Theron, and the others start climbing up the steps to check out what's going on. They start running up. They're going to see Mannix and the elderly turtle because they failed their stealth checks. But the rest of you could get a surprise round here, including you, Theron, because they haven't detected you as a foe yet. So give me some initiative, please. Wow, for once in my life, I rolled really well on initiative.
Should I go ahead and roll initiative? Just not
Yeah, everybody roll initiative. Yeah, we'll just have a
one surprise round.
yeah. Which is going to be George, Colette, Gillian, and everyone at Mannix gets a
Yeah. Okay.
gets a surprise round as they as two of them start coming up the stairs. The other one's still staring at Theron. Artist will actually hold his action because he's not sure what's going on back here, but he's just kind of keeping the NPCs at bay with his bow drawn. This is a surprise round, so Deinonychus aren't going. Manix isn't going surprise round. Theron, you get a chance to respond to the current situation. They are not currently hostile to you, but you can
Okay.
tell they are moving to investigate. I guess at the moment they are moving up and they are seeing Manix and George's turtle friend. So you know that hostilities are imminent.
Have we established if I look different from other dinosaurs?
It's up to you with your wild shape, I guess. You could probably choose how your shape looks.
Contemplating whether to use this opportunity to kill Manix.
The
You'll
perfect
never know.
crime. Later, Theron
I'm
comes
gonna
up.
Go
Oh
for
no!
this one, and it's like, oh, what's going on? Every time I try to step forward, it's like, whoa, whoa, ho, we're dancing here, aren't we? Ha-ha.
What are you doing? Getting in my way.
Just getting in his face.
Yeah, not like yeah,
All
not
right,
aggressively, just awkwardly.
I like that. You can have a point of inspiration for just trying to like awkwardly just distract this dinosaur. Mr. George.
George says,
I'll make a note that this one's distracted.
George says, great idea, Jodo. Make a sound, and then you can get him to come this way. Come on, man.
You know,
Don't
like-
meet your heroes, George.
Yeah. It's like, damn blasted leg.
It's an excellent idea. Here, I'm going to move over here. And am I still stealth? I'd like to withdraw into my shell and pretend to be a nearby rock.
That has a
Right.
signature on it.
Party is down 2 members.
Two of us do nothing. Give me a stealth check with advantage as you try to draw into, and there are some rocks around. I don't know what color you are, but we'll say that you try your best to look like a rock.
He's a moss-covered rock.
Indeed. All right, you withdraw into your shell and think that no one would be the wiser.
Now, Johto, as soon as he gets between us, you say the code word, okay? And I'll pop out. And we'll lay down this dinosaur.
He does like this and kind of winks at you and nods.
Actually, I'm not sure that George isn't taking advantage of his hero now.
Celeste.
Well, peeking around the corner, she's gonna see that the dinosaurs are a little far back, and she knows that they're coming for Manix. So she's gonna hold her action as well too, until the little dinos get within melee range, because they don't know she's there. So it'll be another kind of surprise moment for them when I pop out and murder them in a minute.
Right, it looks like, yeah, this one's got a bead on Manix, and this one's got a bead on the other turtle, so look like they're both heading in that direction, yeah.
Yep, so she's just pressing herself up against the pillar and like basically becomes one with the pillar.
Okay.
Even Manix doesn't see her anymore.
Max doesn't know that they're coming for him right now.
He's still being super stealthy.
Thinks he's telling everybody else.
Gillian, everyone's having a very stealthy surprise round.
Are you muted?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm not doing anything either then if everyone else is doing anything useful.
You just ready an attack, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll just ready an attack on, like, my crossbow attack on the first dinosaur that attacks.
Okay. Try to shoot anybody. Y'all gonna have to remind me of all these Overwatch moves that are gonna be happening then. There's a lot of readying actions here.
Everyone goes into Overwatch.
Yep. And then Johto just readies his staff and just looks at that beast and kind of points to himself. And he's like, "Where is your king? We've come for the king." He slams his staff down on the stage. And as he does that, you feel this whole area just reverberate. And then you hear like whistles and cheers from this like ethereal crowd. And as you look out, you even think you see like shimmering in and out people in the stands. And they're all like cheering and whistling and hooting and hollering.
Oh boy, we found ourselves in a ghost stadium.
Back up at the start initiative, Artis is still just kind of waiting to see what's happening. And the dinos are on the move. I forgot to number them, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those.
The last march of the dinos.
Last march of the dinos. And the top one, number 1, will charge at the turtle, which George, it seems to just. So what it's trying to do, I don't know how well you can see out of your shell, but it looks like it is trying to run and jump at Johto, and it's going to come straight in your direction to do that. So I will let you decide how you want to react to this, but it looks like it's going to run and jump pretty much like off of your area or before your area, and attempt to attack the turtle.
Is he gonna jump over me?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Johto says the key code word, he's gonna pop out of his shell.
All right.
Any second now.
He just screams, "Ah!"
Any second now.
What moment does he scream out? Where is the dinosaur at this point?
The dinosaur is like leaping over you at this moment.
All right, slow motion. Dinosaur's leaping. Johto screams out, and George, fearful for his long lost idol, forgets to wait for the code word and pops out of his shell, going, "Johto, are you okay?" Just as the dinosaur is trying to leap over him, hitting the dinosaur in the nuts.
I got very specific.
So as the dinosaur gets ready to jump over
As you can
you,
see, I do not have testicles.
you pop your head up and just get it full in the face. Obviously surprising the hell out of this dinosaur and knocking you as well. George, give me
Have
a
you
strength.
had your Ustaz child spayed or neutered?
Give me a strength saving throw, please.
Just a regular one?
Yeah.
No. Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Oh, the same thing here. We're going to see if anybody gets knocked around or prone. All right, you both collide into each other. Somehow you both stay upright in the process, but you do prevent this dinosaur from pouncing on Johto. Instead, it stays back. And so we'll count that as its pounce moves as a claw attack. So it gets one more bite and claw. So instead, it just goes nuts on you. Attempts to rake you with a claw. Whew, that dinosaur does not like getting its nuts hit with a turtle head. George, it rakes you for 9 slashing damage.
Now, do you count my action just as a reaction, or can I still have a reaction?
I would count that as a reaction, I think.
Okay.
Because you are literally reacting to coming out of your shell and then essentially, you prevented it from getting one of its attacks off and attacking that turtle. But it has 3 attacks, so it's also going to attempt to bite you pretty effectively for another 7. Does that trigger your thing? Well, let's see. Gillian, I don't know if you can see that dinosaur very well because this stage is about 10 feet high and it's on the other side. What you will see is this dinosaur, same as Kaless, running by the stage closer to you. It's going to attempt to do the same thing. It's going to run and attempt to pounce at Mannix. But about the time it's going to do that, Kaless, it's going to cross your path. And Gillian, you're going to have line of sight of it as well.
16.
That will hit.
4 piercing damage.
All right. Crossbow hits it. Kaless, would you like to react as this thing, as a crossbow bolt comes sailing into it, which surprises it?
Mm-hmm.
It is not aware of you currently.
Yes, that gives me sneak attack.
Oops.
I too rolled a 16.
16 will still do it, indeed.
Oh, I didn't roll my sneak attack. Whoops. Hang on.
Oh.
What's my sneak attack now?
Yeah, you just know the dice.
46. Alright, hang on. Cat is in my lap, making this difficult.
Heh.
$27.
Oh boy. All right. As this dinosaur attempts to leap at Mannix, you shut your eyes for a second, and when you open them, you just see Kaless standing over its dead body. That, combined with the crossbow bolt, ended that dinosaur.
Good job, guys.
Dinosaur 3 is currently trying to get past Theron, but Theron's doing a funny, like, hey, I'm in your way, or in my way. But then you hear that dinosaur do, that weird raptor sound. And
You emulate perfectly.
thank you. And you hear more of the crowd suddenly swelling and cheering, and you see these darkened archways on either side of the stand. So on the lower level, below those of you on the stage, a pair of dinosaurs emerges on the southern end, running out. Gillian,
Where'd they come from again?
the bottom part of the stage. There's a archway underneath.
Ah.
So they're 10 feet below us then.
That is correct. Let's see. And the jumping distance was your strength score with a long jump.
As long as you can run for 10 feet before doing it, yeah.
All right. This one is going to run out, snap it. One of them is going to run at Gillian and attack Gillian with its. It's going to try to do its pounce attack, which is a claw. A miss. So it tries to pounce on you, Gillian, but just hits the dirt. Just comes up angrily, snarling. Claw swipes out. 13. Does that hit Gillian?
I think yes. Yes, it does.
8 slashing damage, and it snaps its jaws, but it's going to miss on that attack. Kaless, this one on the bottom is going to attempt to run back, run a little bit up the steps, run and do a running leap from the 1 step high on the stadium towards you, and attempt to do a pounce attack, which has to hit with a claw. Oh, it's going to do terrible. It's going to come sailing onto the stage. You deftly dodge out of the way. It slides right next to you, and same thing, does a claw bite combo. 18.
That will actually... does that hit? Yeah, that hits me.
Why didn't I roll that for the first one? For 8 slashing, and then snaps its teeth at you for another 8 piercing damage.
Well, and Kenny dodged one of those. So.
Okay. And then above you, you see another pair of raptors emerging.
Raptors everywhere.
Yeah, one of them tries to pounce the turtle. Not George, the elderly one. And goddamn, I cannot get that pounce attack. Misses terribly, but does try the 1-2 punch combo. Oh dear. rakes into Giotto nastily. Bite does hit. He cries out in pain, tries to defend with his staff, but doesn't seem very effective. He kind of stumbles backwards a bit. And this other one will also try to do a running leap attack at George. Can I get this claw attack on? There we go. George, give me a strength saving throw as this one tries to pounce at you from below. All right, you stay up, which means it cannot get extra attacks, and you are not knocked down, but it will claw at you. I think that's a miss on George. And attempt to bite
Correct.
you, which is also a miss. All right. Mr. Mannix.
Oh boy. Lots of stuff going on.
Who was hit by that crit?
Jojo.
Giotto, yeah. He's looking pretty bad.
No, Johto.
Yeah.
Mannix will.
We don't want you. Where is your king? Even though he's bleeding profusely now.
Mannix will, seeing all those raptors up on there. What's one more reptile on the pile? And he'll throw his figurine right here to summon his frog friend.
You just call the frog a reptile.
I sure did.
Friend is also a strong word.
Yeah, everything I said in that sentence.
It's funny. Everything you said was not true.
And I'll just tell the frog to help the turtles, frog. They're your kind, right?
Ribbit.
Yep. I think that's my action. Is there... there's nowhere to hide. Mannix looks around very depressed. All of a sudden. 5, 10, hop down there, 15, 20. Oh shit! Now I'm in. Can I? Does it look like I can go inside these?
Yes, I don't have a map for them, but yeah, you could.
What do I look like? What does it look like when I get up there and look inside?
Inside, it looks like it was once a underneath stage area. Where there's nothing in there that you could research about what it was, but like maybe a storage chamber or a place for changing costumes or something. But right now it's just filled with what looks like it is these dinosaurs, like little lair, like there's bedding spaces and some food stashed away and that kind of thing.
Okay.
It's a pretty small little area that kind of covers the inside of the stage.
The inside of here, yeah.
Yeah, which
okay.
it now appears empty.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action then to disengage from the Gillian raptor, and I'm gonna duck inside.
Gillian, you just see Mannix just rushing.
Good luck, Gillian.
As per usual.
As per usual. Mr. Theron, so I'll have to remember that you're on a different level.
Yeah, I'm underneath. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll ask, where is the king? King of Feathers.
The dinosaur replies, be here soon. Repel intruders.
What is this place?
Help us fight them. Or he doesn't say help, he says fight them. We serve the
yes,
king.
Sir. Always. I'm gonna ready in action. I'm gonna trip him when he comes by.
See how long he was fucking this guy.
Okay, George. You are currently surrounded. George. George.
Sorry. Johto, I will save you. He starts to attack number 4.
Yes. What? Sorry. Also hit. You slash with your blades. Yeah, Johto's not looking too good. 14.
Still alive.
Yes. It looks pretty bloodied, but it is still alive.
How about now?
11. You plunge your blades in, and the dinosaur cries out, and you hear the crowd. You actually hear some gasps from this like ethereal crowd, but it is still alive. But it is like spitting blood, deep gashes all its body.
Action surge.
Okay.
He goes again.
Wow. I rolled nothing but 20 plus. All right, George, with your action surge, you plunge your blade into that dinosaur's chest. It finally twitches and falls.
And then he turns around and...
Fine work there, Jorge!
Thank you. Turns around and goes to number 1.
Also a hit. Jeez, I forgot you could attack a million times. Action surge.
Then let me yeah, that's fine. That's it.
Glass.
Okay. Alright, I guess I'll just take on this guy that's next to me.
Mannix just left you. He ran around underneath and just hid.
Oh, I know.
24. You guys are rolling nothing but 20 plus on all these freaking hits. 8 damage.
Oh, that one was bad.
That will actually miss. That's like one of the first misses. You rolled a 3.
That's it. That's all I got.
Gillian.
Okay. So I'll just attack the one Mannix left me with.
That's right. As he does.
You guys are doing an awful lot of Mannix blaming this round.
For 7
Professional scapegoat.
and then an 8.
All right, yeah, both those hit. 1-2 punch, and it looks pretty bloodied from that. Kind of careens backwards from the blows. Elderly turtle friend appears to summon up the strength with his quarterstaff and attempts to reach out and... Oh, the crit!
He also had advantage on that creature, but he didn't need it. So.
Oh, that's true. You know what? He doesn't need advantage. He's just that awesome.
Nope.
He spins and twirls. And George is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. The light catches his glasses in such a way. The crowd goes wild. Slaps that dinosaur across the face. It's still up, but he did a number on it. It's bell rung, and it shakes its head after that. Makes a whimpering sound.
It's beautiful, Johto.
That's right. And you've heard this crowd cheering sound kind of in the background, going up and down with your cadences of your fight, and all of a sudden the crowd suddenly falls deathly silent, and a mighty roar surges up from all around you. In a blink of a flashing light on the stage, you see crackling energy, and this massive Tyrannosaurus Rex appears, crackling energy around it, feathers of orange and yellow dotting from behind its head down to its tail. The crowd goes wild. Ah! And they start shouting, "King! King! King! King!" The elderly turtle says, "Oh, there he is."
Yep.
And the king appears, and
oh, shit. Right there in the middle of everybody.
right there in the middle of everybody, and swipes his tail out at the Giotto, the turtle, who says, "King, we're here. It's time to take you down." The king, George, you see this, slams its tail into Giotto, who crumples and goes flying off into the ground and is still. And then looks down at you, George, and attempts to bite you with its mighty teeth.
Yeah, it's not me.
Oh no!
George, you take 47 piercing damage.
Ooh,
What kind of number is that?
a high one.
That's
Okay. Hold on now.
yeah. Let's back this train up.
How come I couldn't get the tail? Well, let me see what I can do about this here.
Parry the jaws.
Alright, so whatever this dice number is, +2. -7.
Okay, take 40 piercing damage.
Okay.
And you are currently in its jaws.
Okay.
Yeah, you are restrained in its mouth.
Am I in the air?
Yeah, I guess so. You're in its mouth in the air, but yes. I need to actually roll initiative
I'm
for him.
flying.
And with that, why don't we take a break and we'll start back up at the top of the initiative order. Dun 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 dun.
Not looking good for you guys.
Yeah, we dinosaurs are gonna be fine.
right. I believe we are coming back from our break. Yeah, as chat has pointed out, and you guys can all see the numbers because they are public. That was near max damage on that bite attack on George.
I saw that.
Pretty
It was
crazy high number.
4d12, and it was a bunch of 8s and 10s and 11s.
It is a 10, 9, 11, and 10 on 4 d12s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So the top of the initiative, Artis finally sees he needs to enter the fray. And
About time, artist.
Yep. He's gonna get his
giant dinosaur.
Yeah. His bow and attempt to attack the king. He's a little perturbed. That'll hit.
Get the fear god in him.
It's 5 damage. He's trying not to hit George.
Don't worry about George. Just kill it.
George is gone. The smaller dinosaurs are next. Number 1 was attacking George, but now George is in the monster's jaw. So instead, it's going to try to do a running leap attack on Kaless.
I'm going to kill you for running away, Manix.
If it can get the claw attack
I'm
off.
believing you.
Nope.
No, it can't. So it comes to a skidding halt right in front of you, Kaless, and lashes out with its claw, other foot.
Nope.
And then tries to snap at you with its mouth.
Nope.
My goodness. What an embarrassment. I'm treating this like Gloomhaven, where I'm going like initiative order. Let's do number 3. Deinonychus is going to attempt to rush past you, Theron. So you readied your action to trip it. Let's see. Do we actually have a rule for tripping, or do we just count that as a... So we don't have a tripping rule. Should that be an attack roll or some kind of a check? Probably a skill check to actually trip somebody.
I think so.
How would you like to try and
Still, putting out my leg.
trip them? Yeah, probably a dexterity or athletics. One of those two.
Hmm?
We'll just do a contested dexterity check. All right, you see it rushing past you, and you casually put out a dino foot, and it completely falls and skids and just kind of runs into the steps right there and just fucks up its whole turn, basically. That's true. The battle maneuvers did have a tripping one, didn't it? I could look up the rules for that. That involved like using a superiority die for something, didn't it? Though, I guess that was for damage.
Yeah.
Let's do number 5 is going to attack the frog in front of it with a flurry of attacks. Stupid frog can't hit it. Oh my lord! All right, 1 bite attack. We'll bite that frog for a good amount of damage. It angrily snaps at it. Dinosaur number 6 is going to attack Kaless with a flurry of claws. 17. I don't think it's you.
Nope.
Nope. And a bite. No.
Nope.
Gillian, same trio with a flurry of attacks. 12. What am I looking for? 13. No. This is not my round, guys. 13. We'll bite Gillian for 5 piercing damage. All of those dinosaurs came up a bit short. Mr. Maddox. No, chat. PCs do not actually take massive damage.
Who's trying to kill me?
Usually they're on your side.
The frog has to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's let the frog go before.
Oh, you're right. Oops, I still have the giant wasp folder open. Giant frog will attempt to bite. And do so effectively. biting at that already injured dinosaur, the one Johto injured, and grappling it in its tongue.
That's right.
Target is restrained, so it's now got its tongue wrapped around that dinosaur. All right.
I am going to use my bonus action to attempt to stealth behind the wall back here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get advantage from Alien anyway, so I don't need to do that. Never mind. I'm going to step out, and I'm going to flame blade that one, myself and Gillian. Well, 13 hits.
13 does hit.
Wow. All right. For 21.
All right, you destroy that dinosaur. However, Green Flame Blade is a spell, right?
It is a cantrip.
Okay. As you cast the spell, I want you feel that magical energy now at like peak and
Okay.
swirling around you with energy. I would like you to roll a D4 for me.
So what Maddox assumed apparently was incorrect. That the magic thing we were sensing was the summoning of the king, but now I guess it's something else.
That no, the whole area just seems saturated in magic. The king just seems to be covered in magic as well. I was born into it. Mannix, and you feel now the magic has to do with this ethereal crowd being here, and you feel the crowd in your mind as you cast the spell. The crowd suddenly focuses on you, and with a 3, you are afraid of the cheering crowd. They seem to give off a boo effect and make you feel small and insecure, and you have the frightened condition until the end of your next turn. And in terms of the target of your frightened, it's just this entire arena, essentially.
Yeah. I'm just afraid of everything.
I don't know what
Okay.
fear is.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to back into the hidey hole that I was in. And I'm going to use my bonus action
Retreat
to
back
attempt
into
to attempt to stealth.
Do you feel like you have hidden yourself? Mr. Bristlebeard.
I will back up to here and then run up and pounce on this Deinonychus, screaming, "The humans are mine!
Oh no! Betrayal! Betrayal!
You shall not have them. I will kill them."
But first I'll kill you.
Pretty much.
Aha, you also can't hit with your pounce attack.
Alright, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh no! I hate to award my dinosaurs inspiration. That's the trick. Alright, with inspiration, you are able to pounce on that dinosaur. So I need to make a strength saving throw.
That's for me.
Why are you rolling? Yeah, I need to roll
I
a.
don't know.
You just got so excited. All right, so
foretelling the future.
it does stay up. So even though you did pounce it, you did not knock him prone.
Okay. Now I'll use my other 2 attacks.
Snarls angrily and hisses at you. I knew you smelled funny.
I can still do the multi-attack, right? Or
Yeah, so the pounce just counts as one of the claw attacks, is how I've been doing it. So you still have another claw and a bite. The bite misses, but that claw does hit. Second one.
Did I do damage for the first claw?
Yes, you did. You should roll for that too. You're right. 15. All right, that dinosaur feels sufficiently bloodied, even though it's still.
Hold up.
Oh.
That should be with my skeleton. I get +1 to my attacks and damage, so it's 19 plus 1d6 per.
Oh,
That's true. The benefit of the skeleton.
So 28 damage.
28 damage?
Or 17, 26 damage.
All right, let's do this again. So minus 26. All right, that is. Well, I guess it's not one attack though, right? That was multiple hits.
Right.
Okay. But that one looks really messed up. It looks really fucked up. Emotionally and physically, because
betrayal.
Betrayal, yeah, the betrayal. Betrayal almost fell. All right. The king.
No.
You all see the king disappear in a puff of smoke. And
Wait, George with him?
yes. And you see it reappear up in the stands. And you see the ethereal crowd just cheering and like falling over themselves and gasping and just going crazy. And the king, George, takes you, it's still in jaws, and flings you off the stadium down to the ground. Give me a dexterity saving throw to attempt to not fall on your ass. Actually, you probably do want to fall on your ass. Probably not fall on your head.
Stadium. Outside.
Right.
Yeah, but it's throwing you right here basically down the steps. Let's see, how far is this? George, roll 3d6.
I don't want to.
You are basically getting thrown from this height down to the bottom of the steps. The good news is you're no longer in the jaws of the T-Rex.
That's much solace.
The bad news is, yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
All right, you fall down prone at the bottom of the steps. Managed to tuck and roll as you did. And at the same time, you notice as he throws you, the king just sits up and roars awkwardly, and you see these kind of sparks emanating from its mouth. And you hear a buzzing sound, and it just keeps its mouth open, and you just see the swarm of bugs emerge from inside of its mouth. And begin to fly down from there.
Great.
It looks like a swarm of wasps. Mr. George.
No, it's Johto.
Mm-hmm.
Poor old ninja turtle, ancient ninja turtle. I'd like to take a deep breath. Mourn his loss.
Rethink your career.
We gain 9 points. Whatever that's worth.
You and Gillian should collaborate on a farewell song for your hero. Yeah, what's happening right now? Just go and do that.
Yeah, that's right. More important.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
George
Probably.
George stares at the king
That's
of
a great opening line. Write it down.
We're all gonna die. It's more dirge than power
You have
ballad.
a horn on his head?
Sure does.
Hmm.
What's that?
Got a unicorn.
I remember to show you all the.
The picture looks like he's underwater.
Just kind of.
I guess he's not.
Great, he's a water-breathing Tyrannosaurus.
George is panicking.
George feels existential crisis as an action.
So we're in a stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Wasps are flying towards me.
Mm-hmm. Swarms of them.
The party's engaged in fighting dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Swarms of them.
Swarms of them.
I'm not sure what to do. And this podium part here, that's 10 feet high.
Mm-hmm. There's steps right there that go up.
Mm-hmm. How deadly are the wasps, I guess. You leave me no choice. I'm going to use my cape and poof.
In response to him poofing, you're gonna poof.
I'm gonna poof over here.
Poof here, poof there.
Buy myself some distance and shoot at him
Wow.
with my longbow.
23 does hit. 4 damage.
My arrow flies towards him.
Yeah, it does hit him. You see this roar.
I still have an extra attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll shoot him again.
Also hits.
And I'm just gonna use my extra 15 feet of movement to move a little higher.
Okay.
See?
George is running away.
He is other side of the stadium. Calais.
I'm getting positioning, guys.
It's called tactical positioning. It's a fighter thing. You wouldn't understand.
All right, so Mannix is still downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid.
He's got the fear.
All right, well, guess I'm gonna go for number 6 again.
$11 does not hit a dinosaur.
Mm-mm. And then I am going to use my bonus action to disengage. And then do I want to do that or do I want to do something else? So I could also trying to find the thing for my bonus action. Why is it not on here anymore?
What you can do with your bonus action?
Yeah,
It's
used to be on here.
cunning action. You can dash, disengage, or hide.
That's right. No, I'm gonna stay where I am. We'll just go That'll hit somebody. For another little paper prick. We'll just say it went to number 6 again.
Okay.
And this she's gonna like brace herself and wait for the
Yeah.
next set to come. Yelling at
Gillian.
Mayonnaise, get your happy ass back up here.
So is George in the dinosaur's mouth, or where is George in relation? I can't really see.
George was flung down the steps of the stadium, crashed on the ground, and on his turn, he teleported away to the other side of the stadium and is now up in the
Okay.
stands on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just come over here then. And attack number whatever that is, 1, I think. Right next to me.
Okay. How's it feel to have 2 eyes now?
Oh my goodness, look how good I'm rolling since I got my eye back. That's a 9.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I guess I should have moved 1 over. I didn't realize class was right there. Oh well. And then attack a second time.
Also hits for 6.
For
Nice.
6.
All right, that dinosaur is looking pretty beat up. My poor swarm of insects. I don't have anybody near them. And they swarm up to the stage. Artist can shoot at this at number. He's probably gonna shoot at number 6 actually from where he is. Top of the initiative. Ooh.
Wow. All right. Getting into it now.
Yeah. Shoots a pretty solid arrow. Okay. And then the next one just goes in the dirt. I rolled a 20 and then a 1. Fantastic. Damn. Dragon Base is still keeping all the NPCs like hidden in back there. Dinosaurs. We'll put number 1 against Gillian. We'll do claw number 1. Gillian for 7. Claw number 2. Total miss, and it's gonna try to bite you for 4 damage.
Okay.
Number 3. Theron, this one finally turns to you and says, "Why?" Will claw at you. I loved you. With a miss. That claw, I believe, will hit. I don't know what your AC is, but I assume it's... you get plus...
14,
Yeah, okay. For 10, and then a bite will also miss. What is that Deinonychus average hit points? I didn't actually put that in.
21.
26, it looks like. So you got hit for 10.
Okay.
Number 5 is restrained by the frog,
That's right.
which means it's got disadvantage, so it's going to try to attack just bestially against the frog. That's going to miss. That's going to miss. That's going to hit. Manages to bite it and kills the frog.
Good job, Frog.
Yep. Tanked that guy for 2 turns. The number 6 against Kaless. Or wait, did I already attack you? I don't think I did. I thought I've been trying to do it in order.
No, I don't think you did. You did
Okay.
Gillian.
Okay. I'm literally using like the Gloomhaven like initiative numbers to try and keep track of which ones I've gone. All right. So Deinonychus will do claw number 1. Whoops, he's not at disadvantage. Sorry, that was a 21.
I think you should have to stick with the 13.
I think not 7. Wait, that is not.
Wait.
Why is it?
No.
Why is it rolling double
No,
damage?
It's not.
not
It's
correct.
just 10. I don't know why I did that. This is 10.
All Alright, well, I'll uncanny.
Okay. Claw number 2, also a 21
What?
for 4 damage. And then
Okay.
the bite will miss. And that is all of the dinosaurs, Mr. Mannix.
Mannix will see that the King of Feathers is... He studied his eye movements. He knows exactly where his head's going to be at any given moment. So he walks, crawls through this underground pit, and then pulls out his Silverlight dagger and aims it right at the dragon, Tyrannosaur's eye. And he has studied that eye movement so carefully that he knows the T-Rex is going to roll a 4.
Okay, I might have to look this rule up, but I'm not sure how Portent Die interacts with Legendary Resistance.
What does Legendary Resistance do exactly?
Legendary Resistance says if I fail a saving throw, I can choose to succeed instead.
I mean, I guess you could use it because you rolled a 4, so you...
Just use, yeah. I mean, I have a finite amount of them, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, so you use your Portent Die to see that 4, and then you see the crowd just suddenly chant, King, 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 and it roars, and the effects dissipates.
Well, shit! And I run back into the hidey hole. Oh, shit. What do I don't have any good bonus action. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my bonus action to dash my way back to where I was. Over here.
The frightened effect does wear off at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Mr. Theron.
I will attack the Dinosaur that's in front of me.
Why, brother?
The humans are mine! I already told you, even have to kill you to get to them, or something.
Oh boy.
+3 plus...
Boy, I just realized, yeah, with your unique 1d6 per attack, this triple attack per turn creature suddenly has a very interesting... Yeah, I don't know what the average damage put out there. That might actually be better than the Allosaurus. I'm not sure. But your flurry of blows absolutely destroys this dinosaur.
Hope so. Alright.
Honestly, the first attack you did with your metal-laced skeleton would have killed it. So if you still want to hang on to 2 more attacks, I will allow that.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pounce on 6.
Pounce on 6! I got you.
You bounced too hard.
+1.
That will hit. Actually got a pounce off. So I need to roll. So yeah, that does 10 damage.
That is 11 damage plus...
Sorry, shit.
13.
I guess, do I need... Because you use your own sheets, right? I need to plug that into all of your...
Yeah,
Animal
because it
sheets?
doesn't affect Theron, it's hard to do with...
Right. Well, and I made you your own unique sheet, so it's not like you're modifying my sheets either. So I think we could literally just plug all those numbers into your wild sheets, your wild shape character sheets, and then... Yeah. So that was 2 more damage.
Too.
Let's say strength. It fails the strength save, so you knock it prone. Pounce on it.
Excellent. Now what?
You get to make
One
a
more attack, right?
bite attack as a bonus action, and you still have a regular bite.
You have advantage on those.
So if you succeed on your pounce, you have 4 total attacks. Well, you have to
Pretty nice.
succeed on the pounce, and they have to fail the strength save, I guess.
You got advantage on these.
Yeah, I mean,
That's gonna obliterate this one.
be happy.
All right, you have one more bite attack left, I believe, because you claw that one to death. You pounce that one. Bonus action, bite him. You got one more bite.
All right.
They're just working his way to the.
There, yeah, he
Just
just goes
turned
nuts.
on these dinosaurs.
Betrayal most foul.
Exit out my. Like a sheet.
That will hit.
Or 5 plus
Yeah, we need to plug all that stuff in.
9 damage.
All right. That one looks almost dead. Almost went 3 for 3 on dino kills. The king disappears in a poof of smoke.
Yeah.
And reappears.
Surprise.
Surprise!
Oh no.
Right in front of you.
Oh no.
It gets very angry at seeing a dinosaur working its way through the other dinosaurs and attempts to bite you, Theron. Oh, man. I roll a 3.
Oof, that was close. Good thing I have an adamantine
That's
skeleton.
right. Because you've got a 14 AC. Sunny
Oh,
beaches.
Oh, wow.
That's what I do. I go, bitch. Put on my sunglasses and skate away.
Now I've seen everything.
See you later, kids.
Don't do drugs. It is going to whip out with it will reach out and slap Gillian with its giant tail, though.
Rip.
I believe 15 hits at Gillian. I rolled a fucking 5, by the way. A 3 and a 5. King, what are you doing, man? Gillian, 11 damage.
Tail to the face.
Oh, that was an embarrassing round. The crowd actually starts jeering now.
Yeah, look at the tail damage. 1, 2, 1 on
That's
3d8.
that. You're right. It was a 3d8. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd is very upset about this. George.
What size is the dinosaur?
The dinosaur is classified as huge.
Okay. He's gonna continue shooting at the dinosaur.
I put the fear in George.
I imagine George is literally just sitting in the stand. His longbow out. Like, he can't even, like,
I mean,
muster the strength to
one
stand
hand
up.
is just keeping his entrails in his body. Like, he's just like, ah. It's Tom
I'm
Hanks
fine
in
here.
Saving Private Ryan. He's just backed up with the pistol, just shooting at the tank, basically.
Yeah.
But you will be pleased to know that a 13 does hit this dinosaur. King of Feathers is not wearing armor. For 15.
Does it again.
Do it again! 13 still hits, you lucky bastard. 4, 9.
Sorry, guys.
Your fighter is just not getting anywhere near this mess.
Fine. George slowly approaches as he comes down the stairs. 5, 10, 15. He takes a break. Takes a couple breaths. 20. 25. 30. Big ugly.
Slowly makes his way.
You want another turtle? Here I am.
You see the crowd going, ooh, 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 like in response to you, like coming down the steps. Start like doing that. Doom, doom, tsh,
But that's all I can do on my turn.
George, after your turn, the dinosaur roars at you in response, and you see, you all on the stage too, hear that buzzing sound again as another swarm of wasps emerges from its mouth.
Great.
Kaless.
All right. So is its tail kind of on the ground?
It is within. Well, explain to me what you're trying to do, but yes, I probably.
You probably know where I'm going with it.
Trying to grab onto some tail.
I'm gonna be running up the tail because I want to sit on the shoulder blades, holding on to the feathers. Hold on to feathers. Take.
Well, we have a rule for that.
I'm gonna get all the way up. Hold on to the feathers, and with the other hand, stab.
You can climb onto larger creatures by making a athletics or acrobatics check versus the target's acrobatics. It does count as your action, but you can use it to essentially climb onto a creature.
Done. I'll do my acrobatics. Take on its acrobatics. It does not look very acrobatic.
Do you want to use a bonus action to disengage? Because otherwise, this one dinosaur in front of you might use its reaction to attempt to attack you.
Yeah, I will. That's fine.
Okay.
20.
20. Let's see. I get acrobatics. Oh, he big boy. He not very good. He not very acrobatic. In fact, I would have to roll a straight up 20. And we make the magic happen. No.
No.
All right, you
I
climb.
now sit here. Because I know its little arms can't reach me because I'm up on its shoulder blades. I'm holding on to the feathers in one hand, and I've got my rapier in the other hand, just waiting for my next turn.
Nice. You hear the crowd gasps in the audience. And like murmurs in the crowd.
This should be fun. This was a brilliant idea, right, guys? Right?
Of course.
This can't go bad, right?
There's no way this can go bad.
Okay. Just making sure.
Gillian.
So I would like to disengage and run away.
The Mannix maneuver.
As it's come to be known.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'll just run back like here. And then I'm gonna heal myself a little bit. And I'm done.
All right. Swarms of insects. We'll have one swarm actually swarm around the dinosaur's back and sting at you, Kaless.
Okay.
Which is this one. 16? Nope. No? Okay. The other one will just swarm into Theron. I mean into 11. Also not going to hit.
I was so prepared for it.
Artist will continue to shoot at the king. 14 damage. Says, holy shit. Dinosaurs, we've got, I gotta remember one of these is Theron. I think there's only 2 of the Deinonychuses left. 1 and 5.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. One will turn his attention to Theron because Theron just ripped through all of his friends. Let's do Claw 1. We'll hit for 6. Claw 2.
Oh, gee.
We'll hit for 10. I believe that exactly takes you out of Deinonychus form. 16.
It would seem that way.
And then it will bite dwarf form. Wow, just that dinosaur was on fucking fire. For 9 real damage body points. What am I trying to say? Hit points.
Real damage.
Real damage body points. That didn't work, sorry. I subtract your wrong ones. And then number 5 is going to run and attempt to pounce on Mr. Mannix.
Mr. Mannix is underground.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
You're underground.
Yeah, that's been confusing the hell out of me this whole time.
Yeah, you're right. I just messed that up.
Here.
I did too.
He is not anywhere. Yeah.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's going to pounce at Gillian then. Gillian loves the fact that you're never around to be the target.
Sorry, Gillian.
However, it's going to miss its pounce attack and merely get its other moves off. Gillian, 9 slashing. Ignore that claw. I'm going to do a bite. Wow, thankfully ignore that claw.
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
Oh, no!
My gift to you, the gods have bestowed upon me. Another crit.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Wow, that did less damage than the claw. That was weird.
Yeah.
8 damage
Gillian
crit
is-
and the 9 claw.
Not doing great right now. Okay.
Mr. Mannix hiding under the stage, hearing the screams of his friends from above.
He's literally like looking out the door, just watching. Give him
Mhm.
all. He'll come out and help. 'Cause he's magnanimous that way.
It's all right, guys. Mannix is here.
15, 20, 25. He'll run up between Gillian and this. Oh, there's still dinosaurs. And he will. Green flame blade. God damn it. Well, Gillian. I mean. Yeah, I don't have any inspiration in it. So.
Mr. Mannix, give me a D4 as you cast that spell, and even though the spell misses, you still cast it. You feel the
1.
magical energy surging around you.
Mannix flips the bird to the entire audience. Fuck you! Magic is all I got, you asshole!
The crowd screams, and Mannix, you retreat into your mind and become paralyzed.
Okay, for how long?
Until you are attacked.
Okay. Great. All right. Well, no bonus action for.
At the end of Mannix's turn, the King of Feathers will lash out with his tail. He's got legendary actions, by the way, if you're wondering why he gets all these extra moves. Will whip out his tail at Theron. 18? Is your dwarf AC 18? For 19 damage, and then it is your turn.
A lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna conjure my own swarm of Deinonychuses.
Oh Lord! How many
Project
dinos
confuse the DM.
do we get?
Full effect.
Yeah.
What level are they?
I think they are a CR1.
2.
Deinonychuses. We're gonna put them in number blue. Would you like to roll for the hit points or take the average?
Do the average.
Yep. 26. Yep, I will not forget the spell surge. Thank you, chat.
Then their initiative 3.
Oh, this might... Ha! This is an interesting part where Roll20 might fail us because I already have Deinonychus initiative in this tracker, so I'm not sure I can actually put a... if you'll help me, since they rolled a 3, help me remember, we just do them at the end, maybe? I don't know if I can add custom ones. Oh, you know what? I can. We'll do this.
The mini source.
Yeah. I can add a custom label. There we go. Just put that as 3.
Theron dinos.
Yeah. Theron, as you cast that spell, I need you to roll a d4, please. As you feel the magical surge in the crowd responding to your spell casting. You become afraid, and you have the frightened condition until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So that eyeball.
That's different.
Okay. The king. So I think to get you off, he has to use his action to actually get you off of him if he wants. Shit,
I get to like try to hold on though, right?
I think, yeah. What is the? I don't know if he's gonna want to do that. I'm just trying to look up what it is. The larger creature can attempt a athletics check versus the climber's skill check to shake them off, but that is his action. He's not gonna do that. He's a king.
Does he even really know I'm there? I mean, I would.
He cares
lie
not.
to him.
He cares not. Instead, he's gonna try to bite Theron.
Jesus.
27 is more like it.
Oh no!
Wow, that was almost max damage again.
Oh
Alright,
no!
well, I'm down.
Oh no!
And the dinos are gone.
Indeed. Well, the good news is you're no longer frightened.
Hooray!
You faced your fear and killed you.
Indeed.
This is what happens when you face your fears.
It roars and the crowd just cheers. Ah! King, 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 king. Mr. George.
Let's see. Just gonna shoot at number 5.
Yes, 21 will hit. All right, that dinosaur is obliterated.
Shoot at number 1.
11 does not hit.
That's a bummer. That's it.
Kaless, currently riding on the back of the dinosaur, the king.
Sweet. All right. Anyway, I could get my sneak attack in on this.
I don't think you have any of your buddies around anymore.
I don't. I was hoping Theron would still be around. How about a 16? Will that hit the king?
Yes.
You have advantage while you're
I
attacked.
believe you do have advantage while.
Oh, then I get my sneak attack if I have advantage.
I believe so. Yeah, you're right. That's kind of the
Sweet.
impetus for.
All right, I'll take the 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
24?
24.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
Sink your blades into its back, and it kind of grumbles angrily, and you hear a few like murmurs in the crowd.
yeah, that's it. Because I'm holding on with one hand, so I don't have my other hand to do anything. So.
Okay. Gillian.
Okay, so I'm gonna heal myself. I cast it as a level 3 spell. Is that a level 3? Like, I can't tell because it only populated like 2 different
Right.
numbers. Is it just like the base and the?
Yeah, that's the higher level spell slot. Is it just 1d4 plus spell slot used?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is level 3 then.
Yeah, because it rolled.
You roll a d4 and you got two d4s, you got a 4 on the 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot to have
And
you do this
then-
last time, but I need to have you roll a d4 for the wild magic surge as you cast this healing spell, and the crowd goes wild for the spell casting.
Even healing magic.
Even healing magic. I literally just forgot last time she healed.
A D4.
Yes, please. You guys like that 3. You have the frightened
Yep.
condition also. You are currently afraid.
And that just means I can't move closer to the.
What
What does that mean again?
Closer to.
I guess the arena technically, but you have a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls till the end of your next turn.
Okay. Well, I'll just attack the big dinosaur then with my crossbow. That would be an 18. So is the okay? So there's 8, and then
For disadvantage attack, that's pretty solid.
That is pretty solid for disadvantage.
I told you guys 2 eyes. You guys should really try out sometime.
Two eyes are great.
Theron gave me a bionic eye or something. And then I'll add.
Pops up from the ground and says, "You're welcome."
Wait, Gillian, with your feet, can you do a hand crossbow attack and a melee attack?
Yes. Well, I healed myself too. It's just my bonus action.
Oh, for the hand crossbow is your bonus action.
But who can I melee attack? Like,
Maddox,
what were you saying?
Maddox grits through his teeth as his body is fully rigid before he goes, "Slap me!"
Yeah, he's paralyzed. You need someone to attack him.
Yeah,
Oh, I see. Oh, sorry.
I am-
I had
I
to
am-
heal myself.
that's
No.
fine. Save yourself.
Gotta look out for number 1.
Yeah.
I had 9 hit points left. Okay.
Maddox understands more than anyone. Maddox understands.
Maddox understands self-preservation more than most.
I'm adding my psychic blades to that attack.
Oh, okay. Extra 10. The murmuring grows in intensity from the crowd as the wound starts seeping on the king. The insect swarms are going to continue. One of them is swarming around Kaless.
Mm-hmm.
Not very effectively. The other one is going to begin swarming towards George. 5, 10, 15, 20. It actually can't move very fast as a swarm of insects. Dinos are gone. At the end of the round, Artis is going to look to Dragonbait and says, "Get the hell in here!" And,
Yeah, at this point, send in.
Yeah, send him in there. And Dragonbait literally just turns to... Wow, look at the initiative, too. Turns to Orvex and just hands him the chain that is attached to the grung and just gives off some kind of scent. And then rushes into the fray. Mannix, do you want to communicate anything as he rushes up? Because he can't quite reach the king yet, but he is going to come right by you.
Yeah, he'll do the same thing. He'll grit through his teeth. Slap me! If you can even do that while paralyzed. But
Probably not, but I think it's funny. So Dragonbait
presumably
will...
people know what paralyzed looks.
Yeah. He'll run by, and actually Artist calls up. He gets a good guy. He's like, hey, slap that wiry fellow. He needs to wake up. Dragonbait nods, and as he comes by, he just kind of just taps you, and your body just flies to the ground from his little tap. You don't take any damage, but you are prone, and you wake up from being paralyzed as he runs by. Dragonbait runs up with his sword drawn. Actually, sorry, Artist technically goes first, and Artist will fire. And Artist begins to kind of look at his ring of winter and kind of has trepidatious feelings, but looks at all of you and kind of looks at the ring and starts kind of putting together calculations. But for now, he shoots his bow at the beast. 13 will hit. 21 will hit for 15 damage. I've got one dinosaur still. It's going to try to pounce on Dragonbait. One of the little ones. Ooh, effectively. Well, 3 damage. Can Dragonbait roll a strength save? Yes, so he stays up. Dinosaur does the claw and bite, which the claw does hit. For 11, and suddenly Dragonbait finds himself face to face with one of the smaller dinosaurs. Mr. Mannix.
Mannix is going to hit the ground and immediately just roll over. He is unparalyzed, and just from the prone position, he's going to point his wand of magic mints at the T-Rex.
Okay.
And unleash the entire thing. Which is 3. That's right. I believe it was 8. 3 plus 6. No, 3 plus 5 is 8. Yes. 8. D4 plus 8.
8 D4 plus 8.
Yeah.
At the same time he's doing that, can I like pull back on the feathers so that way it hits him square in the chest?
Yep.
Coordinate a little bit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
30 damage.
30 damage. Yeah, and there's no to hit or save. That is a deceptively powerful spell that scales well. All of those perforate into the beast, and you suddenly hear loud gasps and even a scream from the crowd. Oh! As
fuck you, crowd. It's magic for you, bitches. Mannix is actively angry at this crowd now.
Mannix has become the heel. You're the heel of the show right now. Fuck you! You're just doing shit.
And then he will stand up and back up.
At the end of your turn, the king will tail slap Dragonbait.
Is there anything I can do while sitting on top of this thing to kind of like give it disadvantage when it tries to? Because I've got a hold of its neck feathers, so you know that's gotta hurt.
You tell me. You got some options.
Can I use a reaction when I see it trying to whip its butt around to like yank the tail feathers in the opposite direction to like kind of give it disadvantage as it tries it?
Use your reaction?
Yes.
Yeah, I would probably allow that. So, Oh, like on when it's attacking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Do you want to do that now? Or
Yeah. Well, you know, see if it helps.
so roll another attack with disadvantage.
Yeah.
That was effective. 14 is a miss. Gets those hit points
Wait.
back. Yeah. So well, describe it for me.
As I feel it's start to do its little pirouette in a certain direction, I'm gonna yank as hard as I can with the hand that's holding the feathers in the opposite direction to throw it off.
Okay.
So if it's turning this way, I'm yanking this way to help throw it off.
You yank hard enough where you actually pull some feathers out, and you feel it kind of twitch and shudder for a second, and that kind of careens its tail attack out of the way. And you begin hearing a little bit of jeers in the crowd, but then you hear a few cheers too, and a few whispers.
They don't bother me because I don't use magic.
Right. Oh yeah, magic items should trigger for sure. Wand of Magic Mints is literally casting a spell too when it does it. Give me that D4, son.
Is it really? Is it casting a spell?
And then Theron, I need you to give me a death saving roll. 3. You frightened again. You guys are never gonna find out what the rest of these things are.
You know what? I will take the frightened every time. I'll just keep casting spells and make it that frightened.
I'll keep being frightened.
Theron says, if only someone remembered to use a healing spell on me, or thought of disadvantage for me.
Self-preservation, Theron. It's the central pillar of this party. This terrible, terrible party.
She was saving an NPC.
I honestly didn't think he'd let me do it.
That is
Oh,
one
oh
tick
my.
towards failure. The king is going to teleport.
Let's go for a ride, big boy.
Yep, you're going for a ride. Doomp.
It's all right. That's his action.
It is not his action, in fact. Doomp.
Oh, fuck!
With
Teleport off the step.
the insects do not get teleported, but Kaless, you are hanging on, so you do get teleported in the same way that George got
Cool.
teleported. So you're still there.
Cool.
And the beast will reach down and bite Mr. Mannix.
No!
Oh, should have saved my reaction for now.
That's right.
Probably.
I thought the tail whip was its action, so
It's a legendary action.
I thought you only got like 3 of those.
Per round. Mr. Mannix, 21 is
21.
rap damage.
Well, that's good, because average damage would kill me.
Yeah. You are also currently in its mouth.
Oh, of course.
So we've got 2 people. Glasses on the back. Mannix is in the mouth. It's kind of a party up here. It'll tail whip Artis.
Calista will wave at you.
16. Artis gets knocked back. Now he's-
way back from the 2.
Yep. George.
George is gonna fire at the king.
20 will hit. For 12. Murmuring is growing louder. You hear crowds. Now, when you all hit the king, you start hearing the crowd kind of rooting for you guys. 10 does miss, however.
And he's gonna go back 30 feet. 5, 10.
Do you have a healing potion? Because Theron Theron's
really needs it.
is in dire straits at the moment.
This party has completely devolved into just self-preservation mode. George is just completely staying
Everyone's-
far away.
we've scattered
Theron is
like
just dying
roaches.
on the stage. Everybody's just taking care of themselves.
George doesn't carry healing potions.
Yeah.
You can
So-
stabilize with a medicine check, I believe, right?
Is that an action?
I think so.
Oh.
That's not how you spell stabilize.
Well.
Somebody look up the stabilize rules. Know what they are. How to look that up. Maybe healing?
Stabilize Theron.
Yeah.
Use your action to administer first aid to an a DC 10 Wisdom Medicine.
Okay, and that just doesn't bring them up, but it just prevents them from having to roll death saves. You essentially keep them at a state of unconsciousness. So yeah, somebody just has to use their action and roll a non-terrible medicine check.
Or heal.
Or heal them. Kaless.
All right. Can I yell at Orvix as a free action to tell him to go heal the dwarf, or I'll kill him myself?
Roll an intimidation roll with advantage.
You're not gonna make this my action, are you? I'm just
No.
trying to yell at him while I do other things.
Speech stuff is never an action.
Okay.
Everybody
Damn
can
it.
talk freely.
This guy
It's-
is afraid of me, though.
He is, but he just can't hear you. You're on top of the dinosaur. There's roaring going on. You just couldn't quite scream loud enough while you're like twisting around in the dinosaur. Orbex is
Alright.
very much cowering.
I'm gonna kill him one of these.
In fact, he's probably backed up a little bit.
Alright, we're just gonna... 21 will hit it.
Indeed. And no, you're not flanking just because Mannix is in his
Wait.
mouth.
No, I get advantage for being on top of him.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I just thought you guys would try to pull a flanking bonus just because Mannix is inside of his mouth at the moment.
If I'm stabbing him
Yeah.
from the mouth and she's stabbing him from the tail.
28. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. You hear the crowd suddenly begin to cheer when you stab that, and you hear a new like whimpering sound from the king. It's very odd. Had not made that sound before, and it appears to sag a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm holding on with one hand, so I'm assuming you're not going to let me switch from my rapier to my dagger to stab it again. So.
No, we'll say you probably have to stay on one, especially if you want to do that we were saying, where you use your reaction to kind of fuck it up.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to maintain that.
Speaking of which, you're going to get a chance because it's legendary action at the end of your turn. It's going to attempt to tail whip Gillian. So if you want, you can use... well, no, I guess you already used your reaction, didn't you? This round, is this the same round? You attack Dragonbait with? I actually don't remember.
I don't remember if that was this round or last round.
I don't either. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I'll do it because we're coming to the end of the round, and then the next round starts, and I get it back again. So.
Okay. So you pull up, use your reaction as it attempts to tail whip Gillian with disadvantage.
Mhm.
11 is going to miss
Thank goodness.
Gillian, and it is your turn, Gillian.
Okay.
Heal the dwarf! Heal the dwarf!
I will heal Mana.
Wait, heal Theron.
Theron. This one's Theron, right?
To be fair, usually she's having to heal, man.
It's usually.
And to be fair, he's in the jaws of a Tyrannosaurus Rex at the moment.
So instinct would say.
Instinct would say.
I also love,
It really was just like,
Reese's-
stop it.
solemn resignation, which is
It was like, that's fair. We can't lose Maddox. Just
He is our tank after all.
Where would we be?
14.
Thank you.
Nice.
Welcome.
Feel so invigorated now.
Gillian, please give me a D4, please, as the magical amphitheater reacts to your spell casting. Anything but a 3 would be interesting.
Come on, 3.
right.
Oh,
4 is even higher.
Gillian, you feel emboldened by the crowd with the cheers. Until the end of your next turn, you can roll a D4 and add the result to an attack roll or saving throw. See, the DM
So
taketh and
there's-
giveth.
there is a good one.
There is a good one.
On anybody's attack roll?
On your next attack roll or saving throw, you can add a
On
D4.
minus.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess technically healing. Oh, yeah. So healing is a bonus action.
Yep.
So I'll attack the big dragon. I mean dinosaur.
I mean, it's a dinosaur with a big unicorn horn on its head. It's close enough to a dragon.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that
fair.
Mannix in the jaws of the T-Rex well actually is you about what this thing is.
No classic dinosaurs ever had unicorns. You know.
16 does hit.
Okay, but I can add a D4 to that, the attack roll, not the damage roll.
Right, yeah, you already 16 does hit, so
Okay. That's a 6.
or 6. Yeah, the crowd begins cheering at you.
Okay.
All right. I've got some swarms of insects. They're going to descend. Swarms of bitey insects. One on Gillian. The swarms.
Oh no.
Ugh.
9 piercing damage as they swarm all up in your body. And Theron, same to you. Swarms of insects. Oh dear.
Not quite.
Couldn't quite find you.
Oh. See, they should have to take damage upon themselves because they just like bit their own butts on that.
They bit their own butts. Chad says it wasn't.
How poetic.
It wasn't mansplaining. It was man-explaining. Very good. Artis is going to disengage from the T-Rex and get the Ring of Winter ready and look at it and he says, I don't want to use this, but I will if I have to. Dragonbait will attack the dinosaur and finally destroy that one. And then run up and attack the king for some solid damage and like hacking at its
Nice.
legs. Yeah, and it shudders. And in the process, actually, you know what? I'm going to have it roll a con save to see if it can hold on to you. It does. But the crowd seems
Jaws
to,
clench.
yeah, the jaws clench. The crowd seems to cheer with the attacks. The dinos are finally gone. We go to Mannix.
Wait, how did it bite? Did it bite me as one of its legendary actions? Or no, I guess if it
no,
bit me on its turn, it
That was its turn, yeah.
Okay.
It's only been using its
Well-
tail or the insect thing.
Okay. And I'm just grappled, which is just.
You're restrained,
Right now?
actually.
Oh, okay. Which is what disadvantage on.
Yeah, I think so. Surprise! You have disadvantage while being in the mouth of a creature.
Yeah.
Your speed is 0. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So yeah.
At
You
least it
can.
hasn't tried to swallow you yet.
That's true.
That's right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, only the frog gimmick had that ability. You can spend an action to try to escape, or you can attack.
Max knows his strengths.
That's right. Yeah.
Strength is not one of those strengths.
Strength is not one of his strengths.
Instead, Mannix from inside his jaws. I'm hoping that maybe this gives me
From inside your jaws?
Inside, that's right. From inside the Tyrannosaurus's jaws, he's going to shove his gauntlet gloved hand down the T-Rex's throat.
Ooh.
And just pour a burning hands right down
Nice.
the gullet.
Nice.
That does not have sneak attack.
I
That's just
am going
18.
to give the king disadvantage because you are straight up pouring it down his throat.
Oh.
What was that?
That was drinking.
Maddox just drinking. This is fucking great.
Yes. Oh, that's about right.
Nice.
That is about right.
So what was the damage? If the 18?
18.
Mannix, you reach, you pour that fire down its gullet, and it suddenly just screams out, and you fall out of its mouth. Celeste, you're still riding on top of it, but it just kind of shudders for a moment, and just gives off this horrible growl, and then suddenly a crooning wail, and the crowd falls completely silent as the king falls, crumples to the ground. As it does so, the magically summoned insects dissipate. And then the crowd goes wild. Yes! They all clap and cheer. Yeah. And you see...
Does the crowd still punish me for using magic just now?
You feel the magic energy begin to do that, but then as the king goes down, it seemed to cancel that whole effect out, and now all of a sudden they're cheering at you. So no, you're not
All right.
you're not subjected to it. You see them throw ethereal objects onto the stage, gold, jewelry, items of clothing that disappear when they hit the stage. One object, however, remains, and it is a very nice-looking necklace that becomes solid before your eyes. Necklace with multiple colorful beads, each of which radiates with magical energy. And you feel, all of you, without even having to detect magic on, you feel the magical energy of this place begin to dissipate.
Ooh, boy.
I'm totally keeping one of these feathers. I have a freaking T-Rex. I'm keeping a feather.
Mannix flips the crowd off one more time. Fuck you guys. Magic rules.
Magic rules. George, presumably you run over to the crumpled body of Giotto. He is in his death throes. Says that I watched the whole thing from here. That was a glorious fight. This is truly a grand death. George, I know you will be a great warrior. And
So much.
perhaps
Sorry.
stick with this team also. Remember, a warrior's true strength lies in his allies.
One day I will turn this team into the Ninja Turtles.
That's excellent. You can start with this. And he pulls out a colorful bandana and passes it to you and it appears to be radiating with magic. And that scroll you had, that magical scroll, seems to just kind of disappear in your hands and evaporate. And you gain, and he dies as he gives that to you.
Thank goodness I didn't have him sign that piece of paper.
George, you gain the Bandana of True Sight. Upon wearing this bandana, your eyes lose their pupils and appear pure white. You gain True Sight out to a range of 15 times your Wisdom modifier. True Sight, as a reminder, means you can see in normal and magical darkness. You can see invisible creatures and objects. You automatically detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them, and you can perceive the original form of shape changers or creatures transformed by magic. You can also see into the ethereal plane. However,
Wow.
you would know that
Why was that dude wearing goggles?
yeah, it wasn't his bandana. It was one of his compatriots.
Ah.
While wearing the Bandana of True Sight, you have the blinded condition beyond your True Sight range. If you remove the bandana, you are still blinded until you take a short rest. That is the culmination of your personal quest. Congratulations. Real quickly here, since we went well beyond our time, you also find some additional... So there was a magical necklace that was thrown onto the stage.
Okay.
You also find in a search, kind of where you were, Mannix, in the tunnels, now that you have more time to search around, you find an electrum platter inscribed with images of Chultan feasting rituals. Looks like it could be worth some money. And you find an Amuan death mask made of painted gold, which looks like it could be worth a lot of money. Some artifacts that were gathered either incidentally or maybe on purpose by these dinosaurs.
All right.
And I need Theron to give me we need to do the lingering injury roll, which is, I think you get a con save first. Yep. Give me you need a DC 15 con save to see if you get a lingering injury.
Nope.
Nicely done.
I grow a new arm.
As a result. All right. Would you guys like to?
Goes down, he grows new limbs.
Would you guys like to know about the necklace, or do you want to?
Octotheron.
Do you want to go into it next time?
Next
Next
time.
time.
All right. We will do it next time. Thank you all for staying up a bit late to get this epic battle done, George. The culmination of your personal quest. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to all our wonderful fans for watching. Go to roguewatson.com for recaps. Patreon.com/roguewatson if you'd like to support the channel. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we'll see you next time. And we'll talk about if we're going to do next week or not. We still need to talk about that.
Right.
It's a kitty. Meow. Hi.
Cat does not look happy.
He's purring the whole time, though.
Oh, yeah.
And he's coming back from
Nah, put me back on camera.
not the smartest cat. Meow, 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 meow.